This video is going to show you how to set up streaming in your event and go live with USA Bracketing. The first thing you will need to do is you will need to turn on the stream function inside your tournament. How to get there is you're going to go to Setup and you're going to go to Settings, and then we're going to go to the Operating tab, which is right here, and we're going to scroll down until we see Stream and/or Archive Video, and we're going to turn that on. Utilize Open Broadcaster Remote. This indicates whether or not you want to utilize the OBS remote. Well, I'm going to toggle this on, and then I will explain more of this later. If you are streaming in Flow, Flow will give you the Flow ID to enter here, and you will only turn on this Flow local UDP if they tell you to. Otherwise, you will go down to the bottom and hit Save. The next step we're going to do is we're going to download the 3 things that we need in order to stream on USA Bracketing. The first thing you're going to need is you're going to have to download the local controller, the MatSide Score. The second thing you're going to have to download is Java 18 or higher. And the third thing you're going to have to download is OBS. The way you can find those is when you go to Setup, you can go to Downloads, and the first thing you're going to see is the local controller, which is the MatSide Score. So once you download that, you can go to your desktop, and you're going to want to create a brand new folder. And I would just name it USAB for USA Bracketing, and then Controller. The reason for doing this is because you need to extract the download that you did into a folder, and I recommend putting it on your desktop. So when you go into Downloads, you're going to click on the zip file that you'll see here. It looks like a zipper. And then you're going to go Extract All. Now here, this is where you set your destination folder, which is the one that we created on our desktop right here. So you're going to hit Browse. You're going to go and find your desktop icon. Click on that, and then find the folder. Double click, and then you're going to hit Select Folder. Now, it's going to tell you that you can extract, and it'll pull all the files into your USAB controller. So now when you click on here, you will see that everything is in here. The next step we are going to do is we are going to download Java 18. When you click on Download Java 18, it's going to show you these, and you're going to scroll down, and the one you're going to be looking for is the Windows x64 installer. That's the one I have highlighted, and you're going to go to the right, and you're going to click, and it's going to start a download, just like it did for your local controller. So when it is done downloading, you'll be able to see here, you'll be able to click on the icon, and then follow the steps to download Java 18 on your system. The next thing we are going to download is going to be OBS. So the same thing, you would click on here, it'll bring you to the OBS Studio, and you're going to want to download the installer, and it'll download it just like it did the rest of them, and then you'll click the icon to install OBS. If you are using Flow Wrestling for your streaming service and you are needed to download the OBS control, this is where that setting would be right here. But again, only needed if you're doing Flow Wrestling and instructed by Flow Wrestling to download it. The next step we're going to do is we're going to set up our streams. So the way you do that is there's 2 ways. We can go from the home screen here. We can go down to video streams, and you can set them up that way. Or the other way to get here is go Setup, and then you can go video streams, and it takes you to the same screen. How you add video streams is you would click Add Stream, and then you're going to name your video stream. So typically these would be Mat1, Mat2, Mat3, etc., etc. Then you're going to enter your public URL, your stream URL. If you have an alternative stream URL, you will enter it here, and then your stream key. If you are also instructed to enter starting recording URL or stop recording URL, you will do that here as well. Now I can show you an example from the US Open of how all the streams are set up, so you can get an example of kind of see what it looks like. So after you enter all your streams, they're going to look similar to this, as you can see. The next thing we're going to do is set up our stream schedule. Now if you named your mats the same as you named your video streams, this is a very easy process to do, and I'm going to show you how to do that in the US Open here. So when we move over to the US Open, we're going to go to our stream schedule. Okay. There's a button here called Auto Assign. if you have a lot of mats and you named them the same as you named your streams, you can just hit the auto assign and it will do it automatically for you. As you can see, mat 1 was stream 1, mat 2 was stream 2, mat 3 was stream 3, etc. More than likely this will be the option you use if you name your mat and your stream the same. Otherwise, if you name them differently, the way you can add an entry, you're going to leave the session blank, you're going to pull the mat number, like let's say for example, like maybe you have certain mats that you're like boys mat this, and then your stream is called something different. This is the way you can match them up, so that way it shows the video icon on the bracket. Now that we have all of that set up and you are ready to start streaming, I'm going to walk you through the first 3 steps that you need to do in order to do that. So the first thing you're going to have to do is go into your USB controller. You're going to have to go to the Java folder, and you're going to have to go down to Video Server, which is the icon that has the gears on it, and if you look in the type, it's going to be a Windows batch file. You're going to double click on that, and you're going to run it, and it's going to open in a new window that looks like this, and it's going to say the video server is running on port 6099. So what I always tell people to do is you have to leave this open, so you just minimize it so that way it's out of sight, out of mind. The next thing we are going to do is you're going to launch your live score. So go to live scoring, and it's going to auto-populate this, and then we're going to go find your event. So you go find your event, and we are able to go into the event here, and the next step is we're going to open OBS. Once you click on the OBS icon, it will open OBS for you, and it will look like this. The first thing we need to do is you need to go into Tools, and you need to go into WebSocket Server Settings, and you need to click to make sure to enable WebSocket Server, and then you need to make sure that Enable Authentication is not checked. After you've done that, you will click Apply, and then click OK. After you have done those settings, you will go into your tournament, and you will look at what mat you are on and make sure the mat you are on is the stream that you are doing this for. So we are going to click View Bouts, and then you will see up in the top menu the OBS button right here appears. You will click OBS, and it's a connection. You want to be in the connection. This is a drop down. This is the only one you have. If all of your settings are correct, this is where you will hit connect, and it will say that you are connected to OBS. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is we're going to go into event scenes, and the event scene you are going to want to download is USA Bracketing Basic Gray. If you are running a flow event, you will want to download the flow scene to work with flow. So when you download this, it is going to download that, and then we're going to open OBS, and we're going to go to Scene Collection here, and you are going to go to Import, okay, and you are going to click on the 3 buttons here, and you're going to go to your downloads, and then you will find the download that you just did, which is your USA Bracketing Basic Gray. You're going to double click on it, and it's going to see that it added here, and you're going to hit the import button. So then when we're ready to collect our scene, you're going to go down and you're going to click on the USA Bracketing Basic, and it's going to pull up everything that you need for the USA Bracketing to get your overlay on there. And you will have to change your setting for your webcam input, which you're going to click on there, and then you're going to click on Properties, and that will open this up, and you will be able to select the drop down to select your source that is correct. The next thing we are going to do is you're going to go back into your event, into your live score, and you're going to hit the drop down, and you're going to go to current scene. Sorry. You're going to go into stream settings. That's my fault. Go into stream settings, and you're going to hit fetch from USA Bracketing, and it's going to input the stream settings that you have for this particular mat into here, and you're going to click on the Update OBS button, which will then update the settings in OBS, and that is why we clicked on the OBS remote when we were setting up the streams earlier in this training. If you did not have that clicked, you would not have this option. And now that we have done that, you are ready to start streaming. So when you start streaming, you click on Start Streaming, and then back in your event, you can go into an exhibition bout, pick a color for one or the other, and then you can figure out, so if you hit the Start button, you will be able to see on OBS if the scoreboard is working correctly or not. If you were to have any issues with this, please don't hesitate to go to USA Bracketing and contact our support team, as we'd be happy to help.